Maximize your wealth with safe money. What if having access to safe money could significantly improve the rate of return of your risk money? Well, it will and it can, and I can't wait to show you how. Here we are back at the personal economic model. Remember, this model is fueled by income. It comes in through this big tank, and every dollar not saved is gone, never to be enjoyed again. But if we can put money up for the future, we have choices, right? We can put money inside of investments, or we can put money inside of savings. When the time comes and your income is turned off or greatly reduced, we want to be able to live off of these two buckets. Now, what I see oh so often is most people, their future wealth is wrapped up in instruments like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. It's all sitting over here in the risk tank. So let me show you how that would impact someone's future lifestyle and retirement income. So I am now retired and I have my money in risk. So those are instruments like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. The value of that account is $1 million. Now, if I could earn a rate of return every single year of 5%, I would be able to withdraw $66,252 every single year until age 90. And then you could see down here at age 90, the value of my account is zero. Well, I hope you understand and you know that you cannot get a 5% rate of return every single year in a risk tank. It just doesn't work that way. Here is a handy dandy tool that I have that basically shows the real rates of return that the indices, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, has performed since 2000 to 2023. So basically the last 24 years. You can see that the average rate of return over that 24-year period has actually been 6.1%. So why don't we go ahead and use real numbers in our scenario and see how our retirement income lasts? Now you see that my rate of return is reflecting the actual rates of return that the Dow Jones Industrial Average has performed over the last 24 years. I am still withdrawing that $66,252 every single year in my retirement, but we are going to see a very different result. Look here, my money does not last until age 90. I'm actually out of money at age 79. That's 10 years earlier than what my money lasted with an average rate of return. Now, why such a significant difference? What you see is that when there is a loss in the market, in this example, it was down 6.18%, your account actually dropped $57,760. In addition to that, you also withdrew $66,000. So what happens is you are not only taking a loss, but you're also withdrawing money, therefore shrinking the amount of money you're earning a rate of return on. And that's why taking money out of a risk account when the market's down is so devastating. Let's go back to our personal economic model. And let's say if, because you met somebody like me, that over your accumulation years, you actually saved in both of these buckets. You actually had balance in your future lifestyle money. When your income is turned off or greatly reduced, I could then turn on both of these buckets or one or the other bucket. I now have choices depending on what the market's doing. So if when my investments are down, I am not going to pull money from the risk tank. I would pull money from the safe tank. And vice versa, when the market recovered, then I could go ahead and start pulling money out of this tank instead. Let me show you the power of having safe money and how it will significantly improve your risk rate of return. Here we are back at our risk asset. We still have that same $1 million, and I am going to withdraw $66,252 starting in retirement. But now I'm going to employ the rule that whenever there's a loss in my risk account that's greater than 5%, I am not going to withdraw out of this account. So what this means is the next year, instead of pulling $66,000 from my risk tank, I'm actually going to pull money out of my safe tank. So then you'll see that the next year I have another loss of 7.1%. What's our rule? I don't withdraw money out of this tank, the risk tank. I go to my safe tank. And then you'll see here again, I have another market loss of 16%. So I'm not going to withdraw money out of this account. I'm going to withdraw it out of the safe tank. Now, the market recovers. Usually it does. Now, we don't know how quickly it will take, but the market usually recovers. So you see here, now I'm starting to have rates of return of 25%, 3%, all the way down until boom, whoops, I have I have a loss in the market of 33%. Again, when the market is up, I go ahead and withdraw money out of this risk account. But when I have a loss, I am going to not pull out of my risk tank because I want to allow that money to recover. And if I continue to do this, what we see at age 79 is instead of being out of money, I now have $468,000 left in my risk account. To make these numbers fair, I had to withdraw $66,256 out of my safe tank 4 times. 4 times 66,000 is $265,000. Because I had balance in both risk and safe, after 14 years, I'm not out of money. I have $468,000 left in that risk account. So $468,000 minus that $265,000 that we had to pull out of the safe account, we remember I still needed money to live, means that I have $203,000 more money because I had balance. 20% more money on my $1 million because I had the ability to choose safe when the market was down. Friends, this is how we maximize wealth using safe money. I hope in this video you could see, hear, and understand the truth, the whole truth about rate of return and how investments and savings work together. You have choices of where you put your wealth, and balance will maximize the money that you get to keep. Never stop learning.